Hey, this is Bob here, and welcome back to Common Man Guitar. My intro post, I mentioned my tagline is create, don't copy. And this is more of why I believe that. Part of that is my faith. The Bible tells us we are made in the image of God. The first sentence of the Bible tells us that God creates. And a few chapters later, it tells us God gave people the ability to fashion metal and wood and make tools and other implements. The Bible tells us that God gave people the ability to create instruments and to make music. It also goes on to tell us that God gave men the skills of artistry. That when he designed the tabernacle, he gave them the designs and then he gave them the ability to execute those designs. He gave Noah instructions on how to build an ark. And look around and see what God creates. He did not make every tree, plant, or vegetable look exactly alike. Look at all the variety in shape and size and color and smell and feel and taste. He did not have to give them color and scent and taste. He did not make all the animals look exactly alike. And he didn't make all the humans look exactly alike. But look around and we see all that God has made. And we ask, why? Why all of this for us? Why all this variety? Well, it's for God's glory, and it's for your good, and for your pleasure. I believe it was Pastor Max Lucado said, and all of this variety is a gift from God, so that when you look out your window, walk around your neighborhood, take a hike, walk along the beach, God wants you to enjoy that. To not live this life of drab, boring, monochromatic monotony. But instead to experience the creativity and the variety of God and the joy that it brings. To look at the stars and the sky and to realize all of that creativity, all of that variety, God put it there for us to enjoy. Some have said that if in all the solar systems and universes and galaxies we are the only planet with life, it is a total waste of space. But it was Pastor Lou Giglio, I believe, who said, no, it's not a waste of space. That is a huge billboard declaring the glory of God. So go on over to the observatory. Use the Hubble and the James Webb telescopes and the images that they provide for us as they kind of try to figure out where it all began. But God is saying, come and look and see, and you will never run out of seeing the glory of God. But instead what you will see is this endless, immeasurable display of God saying, look how creative, look how beautiful, look how expansive I am. And this is all for you to enjoy and to see his beauty. What about something a little smaller? I strike a note on my guitar, and the sound waves are created. They move through the air. They enter my ear canal and the eardrum and all of those bones and tissues and nerves and membranes. They all work together and they create a sound, a note that my mind interprets, and you would hear the same sound. You combine those notes, you get a melody. Combine those notes on top of each other, you get a chord. And you take those notes, those chords, those melodies, and you get a song. And God created all of those things to work together so that we can enjoy the music, the sound, the way of communicating. When the vocal cords resonate in a way to again create this sound wave that your ear interprets into words that are put together into lyrics. God did that so that we can enjoy it. And we can join in that creativity. But we don't have to copy, but we can create. We create music, we create art, we create a delicious meal. Andrew Peterson talked about one who can decorate a home with the look and the feel and the smells that create this atmosphere of joy, of pleasure, of security for you and your family and your guests to enjoy. Stephen L. Troji talked about when an accountant can take numbers and formulas and problems and convert them all into a spreadsheet and brings order and clarity out of what for many of us would be just chaos. It's a gift. When a researcher works with cells and plants and compounds to create a medicine to relieve suffering and even cure a disease, it is a gift. For a doctor to remove a diseased organ or set a broken bone is to create healing, even in the midst of pain. Yes, the world is a difficult, even painful place, sometimes a dangerous place. But God creates and gives gifts to people to create order out of chaos, joy out of suffering, pleasure even in the midst of pain, for His glory and for your good. I also do want to say I'm not against copying. I have played in cover bands for years, and every Sunday in church I play cover songs. Songs that were written to be covered, to be copied, and to be used by others. Now I want to acknowledge too that there are those who they inspire us, they influence us, and that shows up in our work. We may admire something someone does and we incorporate it into our work. There's a book I'm planning to read soon called Steal Like an Artist. And that's the idea. We all steal, we all copy, we all imitate, we all incorporate those things into what we create. But I also just saw a quote that basically said, if you're looking to be the next Stevie Ray Vaughan, you're out of luck. We already had Stevie Ray Vaughan, and there was only one. We can add to that and say, we have you. And you are the only one of you. So go and create something good. I want to thank you for joining me for a few minutes today. If you've come back from my earlier video or this is your first, I appreciate it. To like and subscribe and all of that stuff. I am encouraged at the response I got from my first video. And so this song I was playing, and we'll end this video, it's another original clip. It's untitled as of right now, so we're going to say it's a Thanksgiving song because here in the States we are celebrating Thanksgiving weekend. But remember, you are made in the image of God. God is a creative God. So go and create. Don't copy.